Hey everybody, it's LeBron. I just wanted to come on here today to make sure that I come on every day just to share a little bit of information with you guys and impart some information to you so that you can understand why I get on here and I do this every single day. I want to make sure that you all understand that you have to take care of your body. Your hair growth begins from the inside. No amount of rice water can fix everything. So I just want you all to know that, hey, good morning, good afternoon, I'm sorry. You have to understand that your body needs to be balanced. So I am just jumping on StreamYard on my Facebook. And if you guys didn't know, I am on Facebook as well. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok, of course. I'm on YouTube. And I have plenty of content. I have hours and hours of content on YouTube. So if you guys like longer content, and you like videos and podcasts and things, I have some of my podcasts over on YouTube as well. So let me just get logged on here. How's everybody doing today? Let me know if you guys are having any challenges with your hair, because we are going to talk about it today. Today, we are going to talk about inflammation. Now, if you guys know it or not, I have an ebook in my link tree. When you go up here and you tap on my name, you scroll down and you see my link tree. There is a book there that says inflammation, and also I have a book on the 5 reasons why your clients are losing their hair. Now that's really for beauty professionals, but regular people can purchase it too. But it's really framed around how a beauty professional can help their clients with their hair loss by helping them understand what it is that they're going through. So I want to let everyone know, if you find this live valuable, please at the end go to my link tree, scroll down, tap the link, purchase the inflammation book, because we are going to talk about it today. Now, my inflammation book will help you. It's general, it's very, very general. But when you all are having issues with arthritis, gastritis, pain in your abdomen, pain in your wrists, when you have swelling, if you have pain in your scalp, pain anywhere in your body, it usually comes from inflammation. So when your body is constantly inflamed, different things will begin to happen in the body to let you know that you are suffering with inflammation, namely pain, stiffness, and swelling and inflammation. So the inflammation can be redness, it can be tingling, it can be burning, it can be itching, it could be pain and stiffness, it could be creepy crawlies. I had, oh yeah, okay, wait a minute. My sis said, Mo better. My sis said, hi, my hair seems to grow, but thin. It thins and rubs out. Had a biopsy, they said it was inflammation. So today's live will probably be very helpful for you, and I would strongly encourage you connect with me after this live is finished so that we can help you work on your inflammation. So inflammation, as far as the body is concerned, inflammation comes from an organ. So if there's something going on in the body, you're doing something to aggravate an organ. Now, when you start aggravating an organ, it starts sending out cytokines. Cytokines are inflammatory messengers that just go all over the body. Sometimes they can lodge in your shoulder. They can give you shoulder pain. Sometimes they can lodge in your tendons and give you carpal tunnel. Sometimes the inflammatory cell messengers can lodge in your ankles and cause gout. But you have to remember, where is the inflammation coming from? What organ is producing this inflammation? So I want to share with you a young lady who visited my trichology clinic. Woo, what is this, 2025? She may have visited in 2017. She had a very, very highly infected liver. Now, if you don't know about the liver helps you balance blood sugar. It helps you balance your carbohydrates. It helps make vitamin D and cholesterol. It detoxifies the blood after it comes from the stomach and filters through the liver to be cleansed so it can be used by the body. The liver has so many different functions. It also helps you digest fats along with the gallbladder. So when you don't take care of your liver, you don't detoxify your liver can become very inflamed. So this young lady, she had what's called a hepatic liver. So her liver was extremely inflamed. It was extremely infected, and it was extremely inflamed. So her liver couldn't help her body rid of the toxins. It couldn't help her balance any of her hormones properly. And what happened was she lost maybe 60% of her hair. So by the time she reached me, she only had 40% of her hair left. So when I say, where does the inflammation come from? It comes from an organ. It comes from an organ. So you have to remember, when you're having problems in your body, when you're having problems everywhere, you have to remember that your organs are trying to tell you that something's wrong. It will let you know in the form of pain, stiffness, swelling, and inflammation. Now, as a hair loss specialist and a trichologist, I'm not an expert in hair, but I have to always tell my clients, when you come to me, you have your trichology appointment with me, it's more of a health and wellness fact-finding mission. When my clients come in and they say, I have pain in the scalp, I have scarring alopecia, I have CCCA, I have lichen, I have FFA, I have to uncover from you, where is your inflammation coming from? So you guys have to remember that when you're having pain, stiffness, swelling, when you're having any issues in the body, I'll take gout. I'm going to answer this question in just a second. When you're having problems with gout, you have to know that you're developing too many urine deposits in your body. You need to clean out your liver, clean out your kidneys, because that is one of the reasons why you have that gout. They say it's from eating too much rich food, but yes, you are eating a lot of rich food and you're not cleaning out your body to get rid of some of those toxins. So Indy Bruh said, what are some of the signs that your liver is inflamed? Well, there is a lot, because you'll have a lot of pain, stiffness, and you'll have a lot of swelling. Sometimes your back will hurt because the liver is your esophagus and then your stomach, and then the liver is kind of like in the back with the gallbladder right next to it. So you have a lot of immense pain. You won't be able to digest fat really well. Sometimes you'll have a lot of burping. Sometimes you'll have a lot of what would I say? You will have a lot of feces that have a lot of liquid in it because you're not really digesting the fat in your body. There are a whole lot of signs that let you know that your liver is inflamed, but I was only naming that as an example for that young lady because she had the severe hair loss and that's where her inflammation was coming from. That was one of the things that you have to remember. When you have a fatty liver, sometimes you have to have someone test it. So when someone comes in to my trichology clinic, I often have to do a series of tests or a series of scans to find out if someone has a fatty liver. Sometimes you don't always know, but often you will have signs and pain here in the back. Sometimes that happens. So I have another client who recently, let me take this gum out. She was a nursing student. She was in her early 20s. Oh my goodness. Let me turn these, I'm sorry, you guys. Let me turn off. So I've had another young lady who, let me see if I got any more here before I go on, because I want to answer them. I want you guys to know I'm listening. Okay, no more. So thank you, Indy Bruh. One way that I can tell, like I said, is by doing a scan. Sometimes a scan will uncover that you have a fatty liver. Another young lady, she was a nursing student and she was in her early 20s. She had already graduated college. She was about to sit for her exam so she can become an RN. She had alopecia areata. So because I've been a trichologist a long time and I practice different forms of holistic practitioning work as far as helping my client get down to the root of their issue, I said to her, what kind of foods are you eating? She told me what she was eating. She said she had often had a lot of problems with her gut. The gut was the first thing. When you are dealing with alopecia areata, sometimes the gut will become inflamed because you're eating foods that cause a mast cell response. It's a fancy term for allergy. So this young lady was eating a lot of food. She was eating a lot of beef, pork, lamb, veal, cold cuts, chicken. She was eating things that she really didn't have any business eating. So when my clients sit down with me for a trichology visit, because I'm a hair loss specialist, I'm a hair loss professional, and I'm a certified trichologist, when the client comes in, I have them send me what it is they've been eating for the past 2 weeks. So after she sent it to me, I flip up my paperwork and I said, you're type A. She said, yes. I said, so all of your information has led me to understand that your gut is inflamed. Your gut is the reason why you're having all of your inflammation, all of the reasons why you're having this sparked outbreak for your alopecia areata, because your gut is inflamed from the food that you're eating. And she said, how so? I said, you're type A. Type A's need to be primarily fish and no meat at all. I said, you should have beans and legumes and nuts and seeds and maybe fish, but no meat. And she said, oh, well, that's not true. I said, yes, Indy Bruh said I used to get gout outbreaks. Yeah, you need to really detoxify, really go green and clear your urinary channels, because that gout usually comes from kidney health too. So clear your liver and clear your kidneys to be able to get control of that. And you're going to have to probably eat a lot cleaner and get rid of a lot of the fatty foods that you're eating. But I had to let this young lady know that's where your inflammation was coming from. So that's 2 examples. Yes, you did already. Yep. So you know exactly what I mean. So every so often you have to clear out the pipes, just like you do with an oil change or a transmission flush and fill. The same works for humans. We have to do the same thing because sometimes we'll wind up having issues because of it. So if you guys have any more questions for me, just let me know. But so today's talk is about inflammation. So when you're suffering with inflammation, I need you all to remember that it comes from an organ. Just like I just shared with you a moment ago, my young lady had issues with her hair. All of her hair fell out. 60% of her hair fell out because she had a hepatic liver. She had an inflamed liver. So when you're doing a lot of drinking, you're doing a lot of drugging, you're eating a lot of foods that you really don't have any business eating, sometimes you need to every so often, and I tell my clients maybe once or 2 a season, you need to cleanse your liver. You need to do things that will help, remove some of the waste products from your liver. That will help balance your hormones better. It will help you digest fat better. It will help you with your thyroid and your periods, because your liver stores a lot of hormones that sometimes it can't make it out because it gets stuck in the gut. It gets stuck in the liver. So that young lady, her inflammation came from her liver. My second example, the nursing student, her inflammation came from her gut. So today's talk is about inflammation. So when your scalp is sore, your scalp is having a lot of sensitivity, a lot of pain, stiffness, and swelling, you have to make sure that you clear your body. You have to clear your gut, clear your liver. So Indy Bruh said, what can you use to cleanse the liver naturally? If it's good for your blood type, you can use dandelion root. Sometimes you can use milk thistle. Those are 2 that I usually recommend. But not everyone can have all of those, because certain blood types can have certain ones. So my top 2 are usually dandelion and milk thistle. But inflammation, like I shared, when it comes to my clients who have scarring type alopecia, that inflammation can erupt in the body coming from an organ, and it can travel through the bloodstream and land in your scalp. Not everyone suffers with scarring alopecia, but a lot of us do. Some of us will suffer, like myself as a hairstylist. I've had inflammation in my tendons, in my wrists. So I'm gonna get to your question in just a second, Miss Beatrice. Some of us have inflammation in our wrists, some have it in our shoulders, some have it in our guts, some have it in our feet. So your inflammation will land where it lands. It doesn't work the same in each and every body. So today I'm just talking about inflammation because for my clients, I see a lot of clients and it lands in their scalp. So Ms. Beatrice McNeil from Facebook said, where are you located? We're located in Pleasantville, New Jersey. We're about 5-10 minutes from Atlantic City, about an hour from Philadelphia, 2 hours from New York, and about an hour from Delaware. So yes, we are in the States. I'm not sure if any of y'all know where I'm from, but I'm in New Jersey. So yes, you all have to remember that, yes, Indy Bruss said your scalp sometimes itches. Yeah, you're going to have to really take a deep dive into what it is that you're consuming, because that itch can sometimes come from the gut. Yeast can manifest in a lot of ways for a lot of people. Sometimes they'll get thrush on the tongue. They have a white coated tongue. Some people will get pityriasis all over their face, and it'll just, you know, come down on their face because it also gets inside of the scalp. Some people get bad seborrhea around the hairline. Some people get really bad yeast infections. Some people have very, very bad itchy scalp. And candida, yes, candida. So you have to watch it, because I have men who get candida in their beards, and I see them out in the street. I see them in a barbershop, and their faces are covered with white candida, just covered with it. It's all in their mustaches, in their eyebrows. So the candida can take on the form of pityriasis. It can take the form of very bad dandruff. It can take the form of seborrhea, but they're layered because they're all intertwined with yeast and fungus. So you guys have to be careful. But that is a source of inflammation, because your face can become inflamed, your body can become inflamed, your scalp can become inflamed. So if you want to learn more about inflammation and how you can take care of your inflammation, please go to my link tree, which will be on the homepage of Facebook, which will be on the homepage of my TikTok, and purchase the book Inflammation. The book may be, I think it's $9.99, but it's extremely helpful. Yep, he said my hair was coming out in the front. So if your hair is coming out in the front, that speaks to a different issue, and that's not why we are on here today. You may want to connect with me, because that's something else. If your hair is coming out in the front, that's something else. But I'm sorry that I'm sniffing because I'm trying to get over a cold. But yes. When it comes to scarring forms of alopecia, when it comes to hair care, scalp care in general, you all have to be mindful that when your body is inflamed and is sore, it's trying to tell you something. So you have some work to do. So one of those things that I always tell my ladies to do is make sure that you clear your pipes, clear your body every so often. You got to make sure you take lots of good fiber, pre and probiotic fiber, psyllium fiber, psyllium hulls, psyllium husks, to clear out your liver, because a lot of that inflammation in your gut can be reabsorbed back into the bloodstream, and it will just migrate wherever it migrates. So in addition to an organ causing the inflammation, I always tell all of my ladies, all of my men, the gut is the first place you got to look at, because when you consume too much sugar, too much salsas, ketchup, coffee, sugars, sodas, syrups, all of that, along with what you're eating, is fermenting in your gut, and it will cause you to seep out a lot of inflammation through the rest of the body. Sometimes it will land in your scalp. So a lot of my ladies, they will tell me that they've had scarring alopecia or lichen planus, lichen planopilaris. That all comes from inflammation. CCCA and scarring forms of alopecia can take the form of different types, different archetypes, and it is just a really bad thing when you are suffering with inflammation. So the inflammation, you can calm it down with a whole bunch of different herbs and remedies. You can find those all in my book, but I wanted to just tell you all about inflammation. Will just carry it all through the body. When you're suffering with scarring forms of hair loss, CCCA is an inflammatory type of hair loss, and everything that you do, everything that you take in the body has to flow through your bloodstream, and it flows through the capillaries, the arteries and veins, and lands in your scalp. And because I'm a hair loss professional, that's the only reason why I'm talking about hair loss and inflammation together. When you have scalp acne, or you have something, in your scalp. You may have a boil, you may have a bump. Don't scratch it and itch it. That's your body telling you that you need to detoxify because you have toxicity built up in your scalp. You have lymphatic channels at the base of your neck here. And sometimes when you get sick and you feel like you're coming down with something in the flu, sometimes your neck will start to hurt because your lymphatic ducts, they are accumulating a lot of waste back there. But what happens is with some people, because they are very, very toxic, sometimes that waste will back up in the scalp, and the scalp will be very, very lumpy and very painful. I've had clients come into me in my Trichologist center and the lumps are hard as rocks. So when you have a lumpy scalp, that's inflammation. You have to determine where it's coming from. Also, when you have scalp acne, do not scratch it, do not pick it, because that can lead to folliculitis. Now that is how one form of scarring alopecia begins, because it comes from bacteria. That bacteria will cause redness and irritation and inflammation. So inflammation is the subject of today's talk. Also, when you have too much bacteria in the gut, too much bacteria, it can lead to candida. It can lead to a lot of itching, swelling, and fungal issues. That is another reason why a lot of our ladies, a lot of our black women, a lot of our black men are getting the severe scarring forms of alopecia. And I've seen it just rip through the black community, even in the form of cellulitis. Cellulitis is the equivalent of neck bumps. And sometimes with some men, they'll get their hair cut. Sometimes people say they come from dirty clippers. It doesn't matter. What it comes from is the bacteria. When the bacteria gets in your scalp, you have to make sure that you visit your dermatologist, you visit your doctor, and they give you some sort of cream and some sort of anti-inflammatory to calm that down. I have to plug up my computer because it's about to die. Give me 1 second. So when it comes to inflammation, I want you all to remember scarring forms of alopecia are primarily inflammatory. They are primarily inflammatory. It can happen from bacteria. It can happen from fungal issues. It can happen from protozoa. And if y'all don't know about protozoa, protozoa causes inflammation because protozoa comes from pork. It comes from worms. So when you're eating undercooked food, when you're eating pork, when you're eating fish, sometimes the fish in the food that we eat has worms in it. I'm sorry that I have to say it, but that's what a protozoa, where they stem from. They lodge in the gut and they create inflammation because the poop that they leave behind after they feed on our food in the gut, and after we ingest them, the poop that it leaves behind causes problems in our system. So a lot of the reason why we have the inflammation in our scalp is due to protozoa. So I need you all to put in the chat if you are with me and if you're listening and if y'all understand what it is I'm trying to share, because what I'm talking about today is inflammation. You guys want to know how to treat your hair and scalp better? You have to learn about inflammation. Where does the inflammation come from? It comes from an organ. So we touched, Indy Bruh asked me about liver health. I did provide an example. Yes, Jay. Okay, Jay said yes. I talked about it coming from the liver. I provided an example of the liver. Then I talked about the gut, how I had my little nurse client. I told her that hers was coming from the gut. You guys have to pay attention to your bodies. After a while, when hair loss shows up, some of us are not going to get our hair back because we won't listen to our body. You have to listen to your body. If you have acne in the scalp, if you have lumps and bumps in your scalp, if you have a lot of yeast, and you have a very itchy, flaky, scaly scalp, and you want to consistently continue to cover up your hair with weaves, crochet, quick weaves, and things like that, but you have a really bad scalp, okay, you listening? Good, water bottle, okay. You guys, there may be a time when you may not be able to get your hair back because you have to listen to your body. When you see stuff, it's just like that old adage that is out now when it's called, if you see something, say something. If you see something happening to your body, you have to get on it. You got to get on it. If you see it, get on it. There's a chance that a lot of what it is that you do may eradicate your hair and the hair fiber, and you may not be able to get your hair back. The inflammation that comes from the organ, that comes from your body somewhere, can cause an issue in your scalp where it starts in the center. CCCA is called centrifugal cicatricial alopecia, CCCA. It begins centrally in the center and it migrates outward. and it will continue to eradicate the follicles. Okay, yeah, and it says I just had a quick weave and had to take it out due to itching. There were bumps on my scalp. Now that could have come, because that happens to me too, because sometimes when I wear tracks, like I have really fine hair, so sometimes I have to put tracks in. Sometimes the tracks, they just make my scalp so sore. And even as a hairstylist, I can't even wear tracks, so I usually will wear a few, but it causes my scalp to be very, very sore. So it may have just done it temporarily. But if you can take something like peppermint oil or something that stimulates blood flow, to put on your scalp, mix it with like a grapeseed oil, and after you shampoo your hair, put it in and just massage it in, because you need to stimulate blood flow in those areas. Hopefully the bumps will dissipate and they'll go away, and you'll be able to, you know, get that swelling down. Also, you can use ginger oil, because ginger is a very great anti-inflammatory. The grapeseed oil is an antioxidant and will help restore cellular growth, because what was I going to say? Grapeseed oil is a wonderful antioxidant. So please just get on it. Don't like cover it back up. If you took the quick weave out, don't cover it back up with something else. You may need to go in there and give it some love for a little bit, because you could potentially, and I've seen it happen as a hairstylist. I've seen it happen when I really got into doing quick weaves years ago, but we didn't know any better because we didn't have all this happening to people. I have seen people lose their hair due to quick weaves, but you know, we didn't know any better. And then since then I've gotten into trichology and I've learned better, so I try to do better. So now I'm here in front of you guys just trying to educate. Great. Yeah, get some ginger oil and some peppermint, because you need something to stimulate blood flow. Peppermint oil is it will wake you up. Because I also use Chinese medicine and TCM in my business. When your scalp is going through a cold period, sometimes you need to warm it up. So things like ginger, things like cinnamon, things like peppermint, it helps bring warmth and blood flow to, you know, to the body. So when you use it, it's invigorating. So you need to use it to increase blood flow. Not peppermint extract, peppermint essential oil. Peppermint essential oil, and you have to use the kind that you can massage on your skin and scalp, because some are aromatics only and it's not good. That's the kind you put into your diffuser only. Some of the ones that are for the body, you can also ingest those, because they're good for the body as well. They have a warming effect on the body. A lot of my clients, when they come in and they're having different issues, I will use peppermint oil, peppermint essential oil, to help wake them up. And sometimes I'll wake the room up by putting essential oil in my diffuser. But if anyone here, because I have a couple on Facebook, if any of you guys have any questions about what it is I shared, please let me know. But my topic here today is inflammation, and a lot of my ladies, a lot of my men are suffering with inflammation. They have scalp eruptions, scalp bumps, very painful, itching, swelling, and I know how you feel. I know how you feel. I have these ladies and these men tell me this week in and week out. They feel like they got creepy crawlies under their skin, you know, and they want to have their hair. They want to wear their hair. They want to get their hair back, but they don't want to come out of hair systems. They don't want to come out of quick weaves and sew-ins and braids. But if you don't, and you don't give your hair and scalp some attention, you may lose that hair and it may never come back. Please, I'm begging y'all, if there's anything that I can do, I offer 15-minute consultations. All you have to do is click the name, SBL Hair Loss and Wellness. It should go to my homepage. The link is right there. Tap on that link. You can schedule a 15-minute session with me. And it is free, but it gives me a chance to talk with you about your needs. You tell me what's going on with you. Then I can offer you one of my many platforms for you to come in person, see me virtually, have your blood work seen, get your gut health test, your allergy test, find out what's going on with you so that we can get your hair back. Believe me, I have countless women. All you have to do is go to my website, hairlosscenterNJ.com, fixedthinninghair.com, scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see all of my before and afters. You can go to my page and see before and afters. On TikTok, I don't have a whole lot of before and afters, but you all can go to my website. So water bottle said my hair fell out. The derm I went to was Googling information. I felt defeated because, girl, I can do. Finish telling me. Okay, because you said my own goggles. With your own Google search. you felt defeated, because you can do your own Google search. Let me know what you meant. Even if you inbox me after, please let me know, because we gonna get on this here, because we can't have that. We can't have that. That's why I'm here trying to do what I can. So I just came here today just to share with you all that inflammation can start somewhere in the body from an organ. So you guys have to be with me. It can start in the stomach. It can start in the intestines. It can start in the liver. It can start in the kidneys. It can start in the thyroid. It's inflammation. When inflammation begins in an organ and it manifests through the body, it's going to wreak havoc throughout your body. So yes, Miss Water Bottle in Ohio. Yes, girl, it's called a virtual consultation. Yes. Yes, I have devices and links that I can send to you. All you have to do is open up the link, download it to your phone, because it's an app. You take your phone, you go like this, you scan your face, and it will tell you what's going on with your body. Then the two of us will meet together. You send me pictures of your hair and your scalp. I'll send you a questionnaire. You're going to tell me about your life and be open and candid, because this is what I do. And then we're going to talk with each other so that you can get your hair back. Now that's if you're having a problem and you know your hair is not growing back. But just inbox me after we're finished, because even if we talk for 15 minutes, there's just 15 minutes just for us to put our heads together and see what we can do. Because you don't have to always merge and go into a consultation. Sometimes I can help my clients in that 15 minutes and just say, it's going to be okay. You probably just need to do this. You need to just take your vitamins for 30 days and they then call me. Because not everyone has to have a consultation, but just connect with me anyway, because that's why it's called virtual, sis, because I can do my thing virtually. So yes, so I was just sharing with you all. Okay, Miss Beatrice McNeil, okay, and again, how do you get in touch? My website is hairlosscenternj.com, hairlosscenternj.com. I try to make it easy for you, hairlosscenternj.com. Or you can go to fixthinninghair.com, or you can just inbox me. I will send you my information after we get off of this live as a way for you to get in touch with me. And you can always call me, 609-710-8102, and then we can converse a little bit more. However, I'm going to tell everybody, if you reach out to me, just schedule a consultation, because ain't nothing I can say over a Facebook message or a TikTok message. I can't help y'all. I can't help y'all through the phone. I can't help you through the computer. You have to reach out. You have to let your fingers do the walk and tick, 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 tick. And, you know, you got to do your part. So JSS said, my hair loss started with thyroid issues. Dermatologist tested I have scarring alopecia. I understand. I understand. The thyroid is very, very, very delicate. Very, very delicate. Sometimes, like myself, like I have a small goiter that I've been working on for the past year. When your thyroid is imbalanced, when it's unbalanced, sometimes it will create excess thyroid tissue because you're out of balance. So it's trying to promote and create more thyroid hormone in response to your estrogen levels, your testosterone levels, your FSH and your LH and all of your levels. That's why I tell everyone you have to cleanse your liver from time to time, because a lot of excess hormones get stored in the liver, and you need to do a detox and a cleanse of your liver and your kidneys very often. You have to do that, because anger, defeat, and dismay, everything will get stuck. All those feelings get stuck in the liver. If you guys don't believe me, look it up. Feelings get stuck in the liver. Hormones get stuck in the liver. The liver has a very, very tough job and a very heavy balancing act that it has to do. When your body's very, very unbalanced, it will cause an imbalance in your thyroid. I always tell my clients, if you can, to detoxify your liver as often as you can with liver health products that work for you, because not every single product that's out there is for every same blood type, because I'm a blood type person. When I work with my clients, I work only with their blood type. If your blood type is A, B, O, or B, I'm going to recommend herbs for you, because not everything works for everybody, which is why I don't like to give particular information on a live, because it may not be for you, because you don't, you have to work with your blood type. So inflammation, if you want to know more about it, go to my Linktree page, Facebook, all you have to do is go to my homepage, click on that link. It'll take you to my link tree. Scroll down and you'll find my book on inflammation. TikTok, all you got to do is hit my pretty face right there going like this. Scroll down, find a book on inflammation, and you'll find all the information that can help you as far as what you can do to manage your own inflammation in your own body. And I share with you all that inflammation comes from an organ. It comes from an organ. The inflammation sends out messengers, cytokines. They will lodge themselves everywhere in your body. They'll lodge themselves in your lung and give you asthma. They'll lodge in your scalp and give you scalp pain. They'll lodge in your shoulders, and then you're going to have to get your shoulder worked on. They will lodge in your ankles and cause gout. They will lodge in your intestines and cause IBS. So you have to manage the organ that is coming from. So when you're going through a tough period and your body is very, very inflamed, just know that there are things that you can do, but you have to get real with yourself and right with yourself. And sometimes you need to stay home, go to old school, take some castor oil, sit in that bathroom and let it come all out, and you'll feel better because you're clearing out your pipes. Yes, JSS, yes. Please like and share, follow for more information, because yesterday I did my live on the 3 reasons why you lose your hair. Today is inflammation. But I'm trying to do what I can because I'm looking to share what it is that I do with all of you all. I see countless men and women and kids week in and week out losing their hair. And it's all you need to do is just simple fixes. Just balance. Give your body balance, because the reason why we tend to lose our hair is due to imbalances. Now, I hope you all just got the message from what it was that I was just sharing. It could be the liver. It could be the stomach. It can be the intestines. It can be your kidneys. It can be your thyroid. It can be the parathyroid. It can be anything. But you have to uncover where the inflammation is coming from and then work on it, because sometimes that inflammation left unchecked can spread to the scalp and cause hair loss. So I hope that was plenty of information for you guys. I gotta get off of here because my husband's gonna be home in a minute, and he don't understand that I love what I do, and I'm trying to share it with the world to help all of you. If any of you all need to connect with me, my information is right in the profile. On Facebook, I'm right up here, SBL Hair Loss and Wellness. Go on that homepage, tap the information, call me, and I'm here for you. So I hope that I've helped someone. On TikTok, I have 2 subscriptions. The one subscription, which is $2.99. I invite anyone that wants to learn more about how to manage their hair loss to just connect with me. All of you who join my subscription, I will work with you personally, and everything that I offer you will be at a discount. But if you don't subscribe to the subscription, you won't be able to get the discount. Also, for beauty professionals, I have a program where every month I work with you personally so that we can formulate treatment plans for your clients who are managing hair loss. Sometimes new trichologists and new hair loss practitioners don't always know what they're doing. So it always helps to have someone in their corner to help them with their treatment plans and to bounce things off of them. That is from me. We get to work on targeted things each month. And if your clients need anything, I'm here for you. So I'm going to go ahead and exit. Miss Beatrice, my number is 609. Since you said number again slowly, repítelo más despacio. 609-710-8102. Y'all didn't know I knew a little Spanish. That's what college will do for you. So I've got to go. So I hope you all enjoyed, and if you have any more comments, you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Of course, I said I don't answer any specific information in a message. I encourage everyone to devote 15 minutes to yourself. 15 minutes is all it takes. 15 minutes. Most of y'all don't even want to give me 15 minutes, but want to ask me a whole lot of questions. Y'all don't know me, I don't know you. So I need to learn a little bit more about you on a 15-minute call. The least you can do is give me 15 minutes of your time. Your hair is worth it. Thank you, Mo Better. I hope to meet with you soon, and then just let me know when you schedule it, what your name is, because people make consultation appointments with me all the time, and I won't know that it was you if you don't tell me. So make sure you let me know that you found me here on the live. So love, peace, and hair grease, everybody. I got to go. I got to skate. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you, and I'll see you later.